So welcome back to my channel. This is Gamer Dom, and yeah, this is the Object 252U, or Defender in this case. This is the one that everyone's been getting very excited about. This is the Tier 8 Russian Premium Heavy Tank. Just released this week with the new patch. Now, I looked at a number of videos from community contributors who managed to get their hands on this thing and play with it on a wargaming account, and well, Jingles described it as idiot-proof. Circon said it was completely overpowered. So, idiot-proof, overpowered, all those kind of things have been associated with this thing, and primarily because of its armour. It has effectively IS-7 armor in a tier 8 tank, so a tier 10 type armor in a tier 8 tank, and even this lower plate, which looks like, well, ugly as sin, looks like it should be really weak, is not as weak as you would expect it to be. So yeah, this thing, I bought it in the Defender mode. There's all sorts of options to buy this tank. So there's two flavours of the Object 252U. There's the straightforward one, and then there's the one with the special camo, which is called Defender. And congratulations to Wargaming for finally offering both versions rather than just giving you the one option to have the colour scheme. Now actually, I think the colour scheme is quite nice. I bought the colour scheme one. Unlike that ridiculous Patriot and ridiculous Liberté. But if you didn't want it, you don't have to take it. So there's 3 packages in the shop for 10 days. So you can buy a Supreme package, and they're the same price whether you have them with the camo or without. So in some ways the camo one is better because it's not costing you anything to then put your own camo on. So this is the top package. You get the tank, a slot, 10,000 gold, 30 missions for ×5 XP for a victory. So basically the way that works is once you've done your first victory of the day, any subsequent victories in a day, you get ×5 XP. So a really good way if you need to grind a heavy tank crew. You get a Tetrarch tier 2 Russian light tank. Don't know why that's in there, but you do, with a slot. You get 30 personal reserves with 300% crew experience for 2 hours. That affects all your tanks, which is great. Vertical stabilizers number 2, improved ventilations 3, and large gun rammer, which is basically the equipment of choice on this Object 252. You get 25 repair kits, 25 automatic fire extinguishers, and 25 large first aid kits. All for the absolutely ridiculously low amount of £84.46. Yes, a lot of money, isn't it? £85 basically. Your other options. Oops, if I go back here, you have the ultimate package, which is the tank, a garage slot, 7,000 gold, 15 of the ×5 missions, and 10 personal reserves of 200% crew experience for 2 hours. That one comes in at £50.67, saving of 9%. I don't know how they work that one out, but that's what that one is. And the third option is the straightforward, just the tank with a garage slot on its own. That comes in at £33.75, which actually is not too bad. £33.75 if we're going to have a look at what the tier 8s are going for at the moment. So it's cheaper than a Lerv, cheaper than a T34, cheaper than a FCM, cheaper than IS-6. It's about the same price as the awful T34-3, more expensive than the rest of the mediums. So it's a good price if you're interested in a tier 8 heavy tank. So those are your 3 options, and you have it as the Defender format, so that has the skin that they put on it with the nice patterns on it, or the plain version which has nothing on it, so you'd have to put your own camo on. Same price for each of them, £84, £50 and £37. That's your offers. So let's look at the boomstick on this. Well, there's two big features for this tank. One is, as I said, the armor. The second is the boomstick, the gun. So it carries 122 BL13 gun, as the name would suggest, 122 millimeter gun. Very slow rate of fire, 4 rounds per minute only, but penetration is very, very impressive. 225 with standard armor piercing rounds and 265 with its APCR, 68 with its HE, and a whopping rate 440 average damage. That's one of the biggest alpha damages, average damages you can get in the game. Well, certainly at tier 8. Dispersion, however, is horrific, 0.44. So it's not a sniping tank. You've got to get in people's faces. Aim time of 3.2 is also pretty horrible. So it says here the average damage per minute with the standard tank with 100% crew is 1,760, which is pretty damn horrible. Now I've moved my IS-3 crew into this just because I want to use it for a bit of crew training, and they're pretty good crew. They're 100%. They're on their second skill, working their way through to get Brothers in Arms. At the moment I don't, so that has improved it. I now and also using combat rations as well. I've got my and rammer, obviously. I've got the rate of fire up to just under 5, 4.95, reload time of 12.12 seconds. And dispersion is down to 0.39, which is good with the vertical stabilizers and the vents, and aim time 2.87, so that's pretty good. And my rate of fire is now up to 2,178, which is acceptable levels, I think you'd agree. Gun depression on this is -6, which is not bad at all. Elevation of 20. Gun traverse 26.73 is also very good. Armor. Well, first of all, to look at hit points, 1,500 hit points, which is about 50 less, I think, than the IS-3A, but it's around about what it should be. Armor, now that's a whole different kettle of fish. The armor on this thing, according to the stats, is 130 on the hull, 100 on the side, and 90 on the rear, 250 on the turret, 150 on the side of the turret, and 100 on the rear of the turret. But that does not tell the whole story, so let's hop over to Tanks GG and look at the armor profile. So I won't go into a huge amount of detail with the armor, just to say it is ridiculously strong. So this is looking straight at the tank, so that lower plate, it's 140 millimeters of armor. But look at, even straight up, looking straight at the enemy, it's 220 effective armor. So yeah, that's pretty good. And up here, 300, 327, 330, 340. So a little bit of angling gets even worse. So this armor is seriously good. The turret cheeks are just ridiculous. 400. Look at that, 400. The weak spot, as always, is the cupolas. 150. The roof of the turret isn't too bad. It's 77. So you won't get overmatched, which is kind of one of the weaknesses of the IS-3. But yeah, this armor is very good. So that 140, because of the angling, makes it 230 and 300. If you side scraped this flat bit here, isn't as effective. But if you can get behind a wall or something, look at this. Your side armor becomes 300, 350, 300, 330, whatever. And your lower plate suddenly becomes 250, 260. So very effective. Your 150 on the turret goes up to 195 because of the sloping. Further down here is 230, so you want to be hitting right in the middle of the turret if you can. Side armor is fairly weak, so this panel here is 100 millimeters, but because of the sloping, which is not too bad, it's actually 150. 160 now if I look at it like that, so 150, 160, something like that. This section here, just underneath, this is spaced armor, this pink bit here, just underneath that and above the tracks is the weakest point of the side armor. about 100 millimeters there, and because it's flat, that's 100 as it stands, so that's not great. Rear armour, well, it's 90 millimeters, but you're getting 120 odd, 110 down below, 115, and 100, same sort of thing at the back of the turret. So yeah, the armour profile of this thing is pretty wicked. It's not completely impregnable, but if you can face hug somebody or get close to them or just make sure they can't see the lower plate, this thing will probably bounce an awful lot of damage. So mobility wise, it weighs 52 tons, 700 horsepower engine, power ratio of 13.38, which is okay, top speed of 35, which is pretty good, and 14 in reverse. Traverse of the hull is 35.53 degrees per second, which is pretty good. Concealment doesn't really have any. It's a big heavy tank, what you expect, so we'll ignore that. View range is Russian, so 370. I've got it up to 373. It's not great. Signal range is 700 plus, so that's fine as well. So there you go. This is the idiot-proof tank. Shall we see whether it really is? No pressure then. Idiot-proof tank about to be driven by the local idiot. Let's go and have a play. So I was expecting to see loads of these things out on the battlefield. Not yet. Not yet. So I'm the only one. So that's interesting. And you see it comes up as Defender. I'm the Defender of the Faith. So in theory, the way they use this armour is to point it straight at the enemy and bounce everything. That's the theory. So I'm going to go down. Someone's asking me if it's any good. So I'll say first game, because this is my first game. I've never played it before. I have no idea what it does. It moves along reasonably well. Feels pretty good. I think the ground resistances are pretty good. It's a tier 8 game, which is nice. Heading over to the left flank. I'd rather have had a little bit of support over here, but not so far. So we got the AMX, the Patriots come up. Is the Patriot? No, that's the Liberté, isn't it? Over here, I don't really want to be alone. Aiming in, missed for the first shot. Well, people did say the accuracy of this thing is pretty horrible, so it looks like that might be the case. Bounced 2 shots already. Did nothing to him. So in theory I can side scrape here. Now the rate of fire is pretty horrible, as we know. Tracked me. Well, you're going to give me your side. I'll put a 480 shot into your side. I don't mind, buddy. Off this tiger. There's him down. Well, there we go. So we've took a couple of shots there, one unnecessary, one necessary. I think I'm going to have to head back to the base. So where did he hit me the first? Well, he hit me in the side, didn't he, I think. Oop. Driving all over the place. Right, going back to base. Try and help out. So the gun clearly is not one you want to be firing at any kind of distance on. It clearly does not work that way. You need to get up close and personal. When I did that, it was alright. Bounced a couple of shots. Well, one was a tracking shot and the other one... Cool, they got new metrics on the hit chart down there, and I can't quite work it out. So we're going to push down. Got to watch out for artillery because they can make a mess of me. Come on. Oof, there we go. 430. I took a hit from that. Bit worried about that T-34-100 coming around behind me. Artillery. Missed him. Freaking hell. Need to get that armour pointing straight forward. I haven't played this terribly well so far. He's got more speed than me, which is not great. So I'm trying to get away. Get some support from that Borsig. T-34 up there. Oh, I can't pen him. No way I'm going to pen him. Oh, he fired too far HE at me. He did. Sneaky boy. Really need to get there, that T-44, but I can't. Good. Right. Ah, I missed him. Shoot. Ah, he got me. Oh, what an idiot play. So, idiot proof? No, because I was just an idiot in that game. So it's not impenetrable. He was firing APCR at me, but even so I can understand that. So it needs a bit of getting used to, this tank, definitely. Wish that T-44 had actually helped out a bit, would have been nice. I know he's got no engine, but... Anyway, we'll come back to this one after the result. So at least it was a win. Can't say I did a huge amount there. I think I need to get a bit of practice in with the idiot tank. 1,438 damage, 1 kill, 683 base XP. Fired 8 shots, hit with 6, penned with 4 for that 1,400. I mean, only 4 hits and did 1,400 damage. I took 11 shots, but 7 of them penned me. I think I was, well, a lot of them were side on, and I wasn't using the armour to full effect. You're supposed to drive straight forward, and it's a difficult habit to get out of because you're so used to angling and moving the tank, but it's like an IS-3, you need to angle. You need to go straight at, so the pike does full effect. 60,000 credits after costs of which, even with a rebuilding of the tank, still need 50,500 credits. Rather nice. And times 2, first victory, 2,153 basics. Experience, not base XP. So, nothing spectacular. Let's try again. So the objects are out in force. There's 2 defenders on the enemy team and 2 defenders and a normal object on our team. So, okay. It's a tier 8 game on Tundra. There's also an Emil, an IS-3, a T-34, so plenty of heavy tanks to get our teeth stuck into. Let us push over to the right side of it. I'm going to go and play where the heavies play. I don't think it's a slightly odd looking tank with that pike, but I think it's quite a nice tank. I do quite like it, and I think this Defender camo is pretty good too. I like that too. It's kind of ironic that now you can buy it in the store without the camo, but actually the camo is not too bad, or the paint job, as opposed to those horrible ones that there were with the Liberté and the Patriot, that in the EU shop you could only buy with the disgusting camo. Only is just going to drive straight across the bridge. Are you kidding me? Okay, so one of their defenders is on the other flank, which is interesting. Black prints. Looks like nothing much has come. Oh, there's some tanks here at last. Damn, missed. Well, I hit him but didn't pen. Can I get shell onto his upper plate? No, can't. He's fired, so I'm going to move forward. It's better. He's down. Let's push this IS-3. There we go. Took a hit from the OI, but it was worth it, I think. .400 into the OI. He's down. Push back up this way. Like again, the ground resistances aren't great on this thing. Cheap kill. They've won the hill and taken that way. We've taken this side. Aim and one. Missed. Look at that. See what you think there. That way. He's got a bit more speed than me. Oh, he's dead anyway. He may have speed, but he can't beat a big shell. Oh, that was a good long range shot. That's the shot from him in return. Can we do it 2 for 2? Yes, we can. Nicely done. Russian accuracy, huh? I'll try and drop down behind these guys. Yeah. Of course, the KV3 was behind me. Aim, aim, aim. He's down. Just our friend back there at the base. I just went past. Oh yes, sir. I can boogie. I like this tank a lot, actually. Come on. Back of the turret, left him on 1 hit point. Wow. Good game. That was better. That was much more like it. Bit more fluid game. Played a bit better. Getting the hang of this tank, definitely. First class, sharpshooter and fire for effect. Finished top of the team, 3,600 damage and 3 kills. Didn't feel like that. Didn't feel like it was a 3,500 damage game. And the other object came in with 3,000 damage and 3 kills, and the defender 2,800. Or look at the enemy team, 3,200, 2,100. So yeah, it's a damage dealer if you get that kind of game. 13 shots fired, 12 hits, 10 penetrations for that 1,300 damage, so slightly below average. Took 7 hits, only 2 of which penned us, blocked 1,000 damage. 103,000 credits. Used, I've run out of combat rations, so I'm having to pay for those. Still made 66,500 credits and 1,800 experience for the crew. So nice game, enjoyed that one. Okay, so this is a tier 10 game. I don't know what they're I don't know what to do here. Yeah, it's a tier 10 game, but there is only one tier 10 on each side. The Type 4 Heavy is going to be a problem, as is the VK 4502. But if I can get myself in a hold down position, it should be alright. Part of the problem is the inaccuracy of the gun. Trying to get your gun to fire at any kind of distance with this thing is not easy. Do I take a chance? Don't cut me off, please. Can we get up before everything else spots us? We'll get away with it, I think. Shot into the E75. Watch out for the artillery. Reload the shell. Oh, it's blocking my shot. Where's the convoy then? I don't know where the convoy is, but he hit me hard. Let me go down this way, because I don't like being shot at from behind. Oh, there's the convoy over there, blimey. On the other side of the map. I like the feel of this tank. It's nice. It's fairly mobile. It does remind me very much of the IS-3. Has a pretty good mobility, really. Of course, now when I get up there, he disappears. Nice shot into the convoy. Spotted. Behind it, Bill. Behind a spot again. Who spotted me this time? Our friend in the convoy again. Can't get shot in this time. Better. Oof. Who just hit me? And now I'm in trouble. I can't do anything about this. 1390 hit me. Where the hell's he? Firing APCR, but you know, can't blame him for that really. So I've now lost my ammo rack. And I can't fix it. My aim time now is 20. My load time is 24 seconds. That's not so good. Not so good at all. Ow. Better. I have a long aim time, but I can still hit hard. But they're right through his commander's hatch. Don't bounce much. It's 24-second reload. Jeez. Jeez Louise. About reloaded in time to get a 150mm HE shot. Can't get my gun round because he's in the way. I'm going to shoot my ally in the side of the turret. Missed. Oh, he's firing AP. Just a nerve left then. He's down too. Okay, who's left then? Oh, he's in the middle. So you see, hardly a monumental game, that's for sure. But okay, you know, it was a tier 10 game, lots of tier 9 tanks. A couple of big hits from that AMX, but it's a win. So third class, big dick, fire for effect, 2,289 damage, 784 base XP, 6 shots fired, all 6 hit and 5 penetrated for that 2,200 damage. We took 7 hits in return, 4 of which penned, 3 did not, for 1,400 blocked. 70,000 and a half, basically 70,000 credits. I've run out of combat rations, so it cost me 20,000. Still made 37,000 profit, and 1,294 experience. So for verdict on this thing so far. It's a good, solid, heavy tank, is what I would say. I would not call it OP. Maybe it's just I'm crap at playing it, but considering everyone was saying it was idiot-proof, maybe I'm a bigger idiot than they expected. But to me, it's a good, solid tank. Love the alpha gun on it, fantastic. The armor is okay. I think you're just gonna have to be a bit getting used to using that. I think in some games, some situations, I can see you can absolutely dominate in this thing, but you can do that in a lot of heavy tanks if you get the right situation. So I don't think this is any better than that. It's a fun tank. It's a nice tank to drive. I like it. It reminds me very much of the IS-3, but obviously with bigger boomstick. Is it worth 30 quid, 35 quid, whatever it is to buy? I'm never going to say to people buy a tank, don't buy a tank. It's really down to you and whether you yeah, you know what your playstyle is. There's no such thing apart from a DW2. There's no such thing as a bad tank in my view. It's just tanks that suit you or don't suit you. You know, if you like a Russian heavy tank, you like the brawling nature of the heavy tank, you like to get in people's faces and blast them, then this thing is going to be a lot of fun for you. Is it superhuman? No, I don't think it is. Is it idiot proof? It's probably quite forgiving. I think I saw Jingles talking about, you know, the fact that Russian heavy tanks are quite forgiving for newer players, because, you know, unlike things with no armor, you get caught out in this thing, at least you've got a chance of bouncing a few shots. But is it devastatingly fantastic? Yeah, it's a good tank. It's a good tank. I'm not going to argue. It's a good tank. If you're in the market for a tier 8 heavy tank, to me, it's a no-brainer to buy this one. If you want something to train your Russian heavy crews, I think it's better than the i6. Ooh, I don't know. i6 is just different because it's got premium matchmaking, so yeah, I don't know. I can talk myself around in circles. It's a good tank. It's not a great tank in my opinion. It's a good, solid, heavy tank. It's really good fun to play. Has a very, very good gun, some pretty good armor, but it is not, and I stress this, it is not completely invincible. It is not OP. I don't think. You may disagree, put down in the chat down below, but as a sort of slightly above average player, I would say to me this is a good, solid, dependable heavy as opposed to an OP heavy. Now maybe after I've played a few more games my opinion might change, but so far I don't know. I mean, it doesn't tell me here on the new setup how many I've played, yeah, I think it's a solid tank. So anyway, let me know what you think down below. Love to hear your thoughts on this, yeah, let me know what you think, and whether you're going to be buying this thing. If you are, if you have done, what do you think of it so far? Am I completely off beam here? Anyway, love to know your thoughts. In the meantime, enjoy your games, have fun, try not to take it too seriously. It is a game, and I'll see you again soon. This is Gamer Dom signing out. See you again soon.